Hi, Math 1105. I'm Jill Stringer, and I just want to do a quick video. I know several of you I had in my Math 1100 course, and thank you for sticking with it and getting through it. You did a great job. I know it's a lot of work, and I really appreciate what you did and your dedication. It gets me excited about our future teachers who are, really wanting to learn and dedicated and maybe not loving it all, but still sticking with it and getting through it all. So I hope each of you learned a little bit. Those of you that haven't had me before, this is the second half of the Math 1100-1105, and it's using the same book. So you can use your same access code, because that should go for a year. If you're within the year, those of you that haven't had this course before, if it's within a year, you can use that same access code for 1105 that you use for 1100. And so remember, the textbook is optional. What I'm going to ask you guys to do is just to go on and read through the syllabus. And those of you that have me before, this class is run exactly the same way. But I will tell you, I'm going to be really strict on the no late work policy. So whatever the excuse is, I'm sorry, you know well ahead of time when things are due. So I'm going to ask you to please try and stay on top of those due dates. Let me real quick here, go ahead and share my screen. And so here is our home screen from Canvas. All right. So within this, let me get my picture out of the way there. This is, now again, you might have a little bit different view because you have a student view, but it will be very similar. This is just a little bit about myself. I'm not going to read through all that. I do love Albert Einstein, one of my favorite people. All right, so I'll let you kind of look through that on your own. But and this looks a little funny because I have I have it minimized here. So these should not be out of order and crazy like you're seeing right now, but it doesn't matter. It all works the same. So here you can click on your pages. This is where all of your assignments are for those of you that haven't taken the course before. For example, in week 1, be sure you read through. You're expected to know what's in the syllabus, and there's a lot in there. So please read through that and let me know if you have questions. I'm not going to take the time to do that with you. Again, this is an asynchronous course, so you are working on your own in the course, but I am absolutely here to help you. If you have questions, or if you want to come to my office if you're local, or if you want to find time to maybe meet on Teams, we can certainly do that. So please look at the course syllabus. Those of you that had the class before, these are similar. This, as a matter of fact, still says Math 1100 because it's kind of the same thing. So you don't have to look through that again. If you haven't taken the course, you might want to look through it. And then your personal introduction. So this personal introduction needs to be done by Friday, January 19th. That's this Friday, in order for you not to be dropped from the course. If it is not turned in by Friday, you will be dropped for the course on Saturday morning. Okay, so be sure if you're going to stick with the course, you're going to do it, that you get this personal introduction done. Okay, it doesn't take too much time, so hopefully you can do that fairly quickly. All right, so again, just real quick, when you turn in your assignments, here's week 2. Everything is in here aside from your math lab. All right, and that's now called Access Pearson. They changed that just this past week ago, I believe. It's when I got the notice. But so first of all, you're reading. So out of your textbook, you can do the e-text, or you can buy the book if you choose. So this would be section 7172. So you just kind of, you can skim it, read through it, get the big ideas out of it. And that is where your math lab homework comes from. All right. So if they ask about something part to whole, well, that will be the information that was in your textbook that you should have read, that you can answer. So that's where your math lab homework comes from. Okay. Here's a journal article. That might be interesting to you to read. Okay. We will have a few journal article reviews. Those of you that have had the class before, you'll understand that. But these resources, these are what are teaching you the information for your lessons. All right. So, and if you guys run across a great video that helps, sometimes I see in your discussions, you're like, oh, look at this video. If you, and I save those many times. So if you have a great video or something that we can put in here, I'm happy to add that as a resource for you. But again, remember, because it's asynchronous, you are learning this through these videos. So watch the videos. You can skim through them if you feel like you know it, that's fine. But when you say to me, I don't know how to do that, I'm like, well, it was in the video. You got to watch the video, and I'm happy to help you, but you have to do your part on doing that as well. Okay. And then you just have this. So down here is your homework. It's due Monday, January 29th. Most assignments are due on the Mondays, but because we have a Monday off, sometimes that throws off the week. So really pay attention to the due dates. We have a couple, I believe, article reviews or discussions, but they might be due on a Thursday or Friday throughout the week. Some of our discussions, you will answer your part on Friday, and then you have to respond to 2 peers by Sunday. So it might be 2 parts. So really pay attention to the due dates on here, because if you say, oh, I just missed it, I'm sorry that you did that. I am, but just to keep things clean and structured. I have, 27 students, and then I have this class has 25. So we have a lot of students in these courses, and I just, to keep up with, all the dates, I know it's a lot, but you're responsible to do that. So just kind of be sure you're paying attention to the dates. That's all when you're looking through your homework. All right. So you would just click on this Nana's chocolate milk problem. That's the video that you watch. And then you upload, it says upload your solutions here. You'll click on that link. If you run across a broken link, be sure and let me know. But if you run across it at 11 p.m. and it's due at 11:59, you're kind of out of luck, because I am not going to be awake, I guarantee you, at 11 o'clock. All right. And some evenings I have plans, I'm not home, I'm busy, and I can't always respond to your assignment. So maybe look ahead of time just to be sure everything's kosher before you do your assignment. All right. And then here's your second activity, the double number line. And then you do that activity. All right. Then down here, you have a discussion. You click on this, it will tell you the questions that you need to answer. And it says you need to do your initial post by Friday, January 26th. This is next week. So answer the post, the discussion, and then respond to 2 other people by January 29th. So if you can get your responses in there, since your responses are due Friday, you should be able to go back in right after that on Saturday or whenever it is, Friday evening, whenever, and answer, comment on 2 of your peers. Okay. That's just to give you feedback for your peers. That's to help you guys have some constructive feedback. Please be reflective within it when you do those. Don't just say, oh, you did a great job. I agree. Okay, I'm not going to give you full credit for that. That's not showing any kind of depth, or you're not helping anybody by saying that. And a lot of you that were in 1100 last year, you had really good peer reviews. I was really impressed with many of your peer reviews, because you did have reflection, and you were honest, and you were constructive. And that's what this is about. All right. You don't help each other if you just say that was great. Right. So that's the purpose of that. All right. So that's your assignments. They're all in here. Now, this new part, and again, you need to let me know if on this homepage here, if you have an issue with this, because this is a little bit new, this Access Pearson. You should be able to go in. Here's the syllabus. Here's your grades. Here is the Pearson link, and you should be able to see right now it's not clicking on there. Of course it's not. So let me go back and double check that. Let me come over here. I don't think you can get in on your own through this left. I'll put that link in there. For some reason, that link isn't working. So, but that's where your homework will be. Yeah, I'm going to need to go in and put this in, but I will go in and get that link in for you so you can get started. And when you get started here, you can click on this. Now, mine's going to take me to what it takes as a teacher, but yours will take you to your student. Okay. And you can go in, put in your access code. If you don't have an access code, you can't put a credit card in there. All right. I don't know the price difference between the bookstore and that. I don't know that difference. But if you maybe are waiting on financial aid and need a few more weeks, this is in the syllabus. I have it broken down, but at the bottom where you would put in your access code, there's a little box you can check for a free trial for 2 weeks. So if you need to wait just another week or 2 because you're waiting on money, or you just need to wait till a paycheck, whatever it is, you can do that for 2 weeks. But remember, after 2 weeks, you can't get in anymore. So you're going to have to figure out how to get that by then. Okay. All right. So let me get out of that. The other thing that I really wanted you to be able to see is when you turn in assignments, when you submit an assignment, and I know a lot of you had questions on this with the, I'm just going to take this off. You had questions about scanning them in. Here's the issue. I don't mean to be rude about it or mean or, but when you turn in assignments and you turn in a page, maybe there's 5 pages in that assignment. Okay. And like I said, I have 2 classes, 2 different 1100. And so I have over about 55 students between the 2 classes, a little bit more than that. If I have multiple pages on each of those. When I click on them, they take a second. They take a little bit of time. Sometimes it's up to 30 seconds for them to open. And if I have 5 of them, it takes forever to do the grading. And so that's why I'm so strict on wanting you to do the scanning. So there, if you have the Canvas Student app on your phone, there's a scanner on that, okay? And it's right there when you go to submit, you go to the bottom, there's a picture of the scanner. You can just click that, take a picture of it, and it will automatically scan in as one document. I don't want 5 separate documents. I want one document. So if you're doing like, so that's the student, that's the Canvas Student app scanner. There's one called Cam Scanner. I put these in your syllabus. The Cam Scanner, you only need the free one. You don't have to pay, just take the free. And you can click that and you can put them all into and just make it a PDF. And that just makes it one PDF. And you can save it to your desktop and then you can upload it, save it to your phone, however you want to do that. Email it to yourself. However you want to work that Cam Scanner, you can do that too. Okay. And then there's another one most phones have. I use my scanner on my phone, my iPhone. I go into notes and I go down to the bottom where the camera is and there's a scanner there. That's what I use a lot. But you can Google that to see what kind of phone you have if you can find the scanner on that as well. But just be sure you're putting it all into one, either into one Word or one PDF. Usually it's one PDF and that's totally fine. But I don't want, if it's separate, I'm just going to send a message and say, I'm not accepting this. And you're still going to have to get it in by the due date. And I don't, like I said, I don't mean to be rude about it. And if you're really struggling, we can get on a Zoom meeting. You can come see me in my office. If you're local, please do that. And we'll get it figured out for you. Okay. I don't mean it to be this huge, difficult thing. And I know some of you who aren't tech savvy, nor am I, then that is kind of difficult. So, Google it, work on it, see if you can figure it out. If you can't, let me know. But again, I'm going to be pretty strict on that and on the due dates for late work. I'm sorry if you don't, if you don't get something done, but well ahead of time when these due dates are. Okay. Well, at least a week. I mean, you can see all the whole class is posted for the whole semester. A lot of those, and some of you did last semester, had a lot of the assignments done early. There are a few that you have to wait on, but a lot of those that, like your math lab and some of those you can work ahead of time if you choose, whatever you choose to do, but the whole course is listed out for you. So that's why the expectation is if you're going to go on vacation, when you're going on vacation and it's going to be due. So work on it. Maybe, I wouldn't hate sitting at the beach with my computer working, but I'm just kidding. So if you just got to plan ahead. All right. I'm excited for you guys. I know that a lot of you have done this before, so that it's kind of the same as your first 1100. But please come in and see me if you're local. I'd love to visit with you and just talk some education if you're interested in that. And I wish you the best of luck for the semester. Please let me know if you have any questions. Don't be afraid to reach out. I will get back to you as soon as I can. And if you have a broken link or you have something that's not working, maybe I have a weird due date in there. I mean, I have a lot of dates that I have to mess with when I do the courses, and I change new activities and different things. So that does not hurt my feelings. So you say, hey, Jill, listen, I got this, and this is not working. My link isn't working. And, that can happen because we do like an escape room and things like that. So that can happen, but just plan ahead so it's not the last minute where I can't help you. Okay. All right, you guys. Well, good luck this semester. And again, I hope to see you. I hope everything goes well with the course. I hope you're learning something that you'll be able to use in your classroom that maybe you would have been beneficial to you when you were young and, maybe met your learning style. And it's not an easy thing. Teaching is a challenge. It's a huge challenge. So I wish you the best of luck and enjoy your evening and good luck with starting your classes tomorrow. All right. Take care.